Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our dear brothers and sisters and friends from London especially, and from those beyond as well. Inshallah, I want to just quickly tell you an update, give you an update on Nawaal Benevolence Fund. It started off several years ago, literally just to help people in the London area, take the zakat of the people from London and other places, and then just help people in London. Alhamdulillah. Approximately in the last, since we started last several years, we've collected 500,000, which is quite a significant amount, £500,000, and been able to spend it locally. And just during the pandemic, so just over a year since the pandemic started, £140,000 has been, mashallah, collected and donated, right, to the needy people just during the last year. So you can tell that alhamdulillah, there's a lot of good work that's happening. These would have been people who would have otherwise suffered quite a bit. Now, just to give you some ideas of just the recent weeks of what we're doing, there's some homeless brothers living in temporary night shelters. There's monthly awards having to be made to them. Now, there are separate caseworkers that are trying to get them into permanent accommodation. There's just some people who, unfortunately, they become homeless, so we have to assist them. Number two, homeless sisters just moved out of a domestic abuse refuge or homeless women's only shelters into more secure accommodation. They generally need money to a grant to assist them in purchasing the basics of a new place to stay in, like your fridge and your bed and things like that. So these people are all eligible for zakat, so we assist them. Number three, there's been a number of cases, especially after COVID, where due to COVID they got a loss or drop in earnings, right? And now they're struggling, so they don't have a job and they can't go onto the furlough. They can't do furlough claims either. So they're having huge trouble with rent arrears and all of these problems, even buying food sometimes. So that's another category of people that we're trying to help. And number four is asylum seekers. For example, there's one family, a refugee family with 2 children, who arrived by an inflatable boat just 8 months ago, and now they're having to stay in a temporary hostel accommodation. So there's some monthly award being made to them as well. Then the other thing that Nawaal does during the month of Ramadan is that they prepare large Ramadan food hampers, and they go and distribute this to the different poor families, needy families that are out there. So most of this is done through zakat, alhamdulillah, most of it, because all of these people are eligible, and we're very, very strict in determining who is eligible for that. We have special caseworkers to determine that eligibility, and where there's a doubt, we just don't give them from zakat. Now, we also get gift aid, right? We also get gift aid, which is obviously not zakat money, but it's optional money. Now, that nobody gets paid. There's some little expenses that are, that we take. We don't require just zakat, right? We also require some sadaqah and some lillah, some optional amounts as well, because that helps to assist people before we can work out their eligibility. Now, it takes us sometimes, a few days to work out somebody's eligibility. Now, in that time, they're suffering. We don't want to give them zakat because we're not sure 100%, unless we can clearly tell. We don't want to give, so we have to give them from other funds. So that's why those funds can help us as well. Likewise, sometimes you have to give some emergency rewards for such people. We sometimes give supermarket vouchers if we know somebody's in trouble but we can't work out their eligibility, or we have a doubt or something like that. Likewise, we've also assist with uniform grants for families not eligible for government benefits, but they may not be eligible for zakat either, but they're still struggling. So that's why we have 100% donation policy. In fact, it's not just 100% donation policy. It's probably about 116% donation policy. And you're wondering, like, how do we give 116? We collect 100%. How do you give 116? It's because generally, if you're a taxpayer and you donate to Nawaal, Nawaal can claim 25% gift aid on that. Now, obviously, not everybody's. So there's a percentage of the donations we get. We get 25% gift aid. Now, out of that, probably 70% of the gift aid to date has also been used for charitable purposes, not for admin. I said very small amount is for admin, very small amount, right? Very small amount. It's like just absolutely necessary. Otherwise, 116% of the donation, you can say, so it's more than 100%, goes to eligible people. So please donate to Nawaal. You'll find it online, mashallah, nawal.org, which is NAWAAL.org, and you can donate on the site, inshallah, zakat and other funds. May Allah reward you abundantly for this, especially in the last 10 days. Better time to donate. So may Allah accept from us all, and may Allah allow this to be a collective effort, you and us. We're just administrating it. You're the donators as well, so you take a share in this. So inshallah, Nawaal is yours as well, and we're helping people, we're helping each other essentially as people of this city. May Allah bless. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.